Hi garden friends, welcome to the channel. I'm Era and this is Gardening on Purpose. I garden in Georgia, Zone 8A. For today's video, I'm going to be showing you what I'm doing to get ready for the snow. We are under a snow watch or a warning, and they're saying that we're going to be getting somewhere between 1 to 3 inches of snow. They also say that it's more likely that, especially in my county where I'm at, it's likely going to be more of a mix, a wintry mix with rain, and it's more likely we're going to get more ice than snow. I'm not really a big fan of ice. I prefer to get snow over ice, but that's the card that we've been dealt here in January. Winter is here officially, and I've brought some plants inside because these plants, all of these are clearance plants that have not gotten in the ground yet. They're actually still in the original containers and they need some serious protection. Some of them are on the cusp of my zone. So here's a fragrant tea olive. This guy here's a zone 8 plant. We have the soft caress mahonia is a zone 7 plant. This sunshine ligustrum is a zone 6 plant. This Bigfoot clayera is a zone 7 plant. And then I have an azalea here, and then I have some bloomstruck hydrangeas that are looking quite rough from the Endless Summer series. And finally, I have a amethyst falls wisteria. All these were in clearance videos. All these I got from Lowe's, and all these came in from the outside because I was making them enjoy that winter sun. But winter is here, and it's time to protect the plants. In this screened-in porch, even though they're here, even if I don't cover them with a towel or a sheet, because the screened-in porch, I mean, we're gonna get some serious wind and rain and ice, so they still need protection even though they're in a covered area. But I also have some other plants here. These are acubas. When I first got these, again, 2 clearance plants from Lowe's, and this was from a nursery. When I first got these, I put them on the outside, and they got beat up. I mean, they were turning black. I quickly pulled them out the ground and put them in these containers that I got from Home Depot. And I'm just waiting for these black leaves. I can just pull them off because guess what, guys? Look at these new growth. So I know the plant is okay. It's just that I'm waiting for it to get rid of. Oh, I can just pull this off because this is complete damage because they're supposed to be a shade plant. And in Georgia, when they say shade, they mean shade. Because if you put something as a shade plant in the sun in Georgia, you're literally setting that plant up to fail. But the area that I put it, I thought it was shady enough. But these plants are quite sensitive to the sun. So they're in here. I might cover these as well. All these, I've had them for a while. These are not, these are not the most recent clearance plants. But they're all in here to get protection from the snow, from the sleet, from the ice, and whatever is coming at us somewhere between 7 a.m. on Friday and 7 a.m. on Saturday. As you know, I also have plants on the outside in containers. Some of these will likely still end up inside of the porch, but some of them will stay out. So for example, the Japanese maples that were gifted to me 3-4 years ago, I love them. They've been doing well for me, and probably because we're going to be getting so much snow, they say, and sleet, I might bring it inside. But things like the ornamental kale will stay out here. Because they're pretty much beat up. I mean, we've been just having 24 degrees, 25, 26. So the ornamental kale and the Swiss chard have not really gotten a chance to thrive. I've got 2 fruit trees. I have my cherry tree. This is a Bing cherry that has never flowered and will never flower unless I buy a second tree, Tartarian or a van or something to help it pollinate to bring the fruits. And then of course, I have this beautiful peach. This is a patio peach that I've bought from Home Depot a couple of years ago that I got some peaches from. And then I have some more containers around here. This is part of the garden that I wanted to, to create a yellow and purple thing going on. The junipers are going to stay out here. They are pretty tough. And even though I know this container is completely frozen from every day, we've been hovering around 25, 26, 27, 28. This thing is completely rock solid. Yep. And it's okay. Junipers can take that. I'm not worried about that. The rest of the yard is fine. Everybody else has been in the garden for quite a while, so they shouldn't be affected by this next brash of cold and snow. Another technique that I've used is putting plants closer to the house even though they're outside, right? So I would, let's say this actually had plants in there that you were worried about protecting, right? You would scoot them all up in one corner close to the house, and then you could make it easier for yourself by covering them that way, or putting a frost cloth over them, your blanket, your towel, whatever it is you end up using to protect the plant, right? Now the house is brick. It's winter. We have our heat on. The house is nice and warm on the inside, and the brick gives off some warmth too. So the plants that would be in here would also be getting that warmth too, and that will give them, again, not much to, like, it's not going to be like 10 degrees of separation, but it will be a couple of degrees that might save a plant. Because as you know, it's winter. This is where plants really show what they're made of in the winter, because they're going to come back out in spring, and they're either going to be lagging, they're either going to die, they're either going to be stunted. All kinds of stuff can happen to your plants while you bring them out the winter. So this is another thing, putting it in the corner, protecting it with a towel closer to the house to get the heat off the house. One last thing I want to show you guys is anything that I planted in the last month that is probably hardy 6, 7, 8, I will be trying to protect either by using a sheet or a towel, or even these guys here. These are containers that I have bought plants in, and I keep them for times like these. So you might have seen a video where I planted those azaleas, those diamond spire gardenia. I'm gonna use this, and all I do is just turn it over and put it on the plant. Now the plant is secured in the ground, right? It's protected, but the top part, because we're going to be getting snow, sleet, and ice, you want to protect the top of the plant too, because that too will get damaged. These are evergreen, so it's not like, you know, a perennial where it gets damaged, you cut it off and it comes back. These are evergreens that take a little bit more time to recover from damage. So I've already put the containers over it, and what it does, it provides a couple of degrees of warmth for that plant. Yes, it's still going to be cold. Yes, the plant's still going to get a little bit of something damaged, but this gives it a little bit of protection, and that has worked for me over the years. Anytime the temperature gets really, really bad, down to like 10 or 11 or 12, and I recently planted something, this is the method that I use. And I have enough where I can cover the smaller evergreens such as the azaleas and the gardenias, but the big things like the clayera that I planted, or the podocarpus that I planted, those I will have to find a sheet or a towel to cover. My fruit trees, they're doing great, so I'm not worried about them. They've been in there for a while. They'll be okay. And again, like I said, I'm not worried about the annuals right here. So otherwise, guys, I'm just going to sit back and wait and see what happens on this Georgia storm, the snowstorm that's supposed to happen. I'm hoping for, fingers crossed, that it's only a wintry mix and that it's done by 12 o'clock in the afternoon. But I will definitely be sure to update you to let you guys know how things went for me here in Georgia. Please like, please share, please subscribe. Remember to hit that notification bell so you can be alerted on all my new videos. I will see you on the next one. Bye-bye.